stop. You said my name, I said I don't know who you're talking to. Who you talking? Go, go, go. We got nowhere to be. If I lose myself, don't come looking for me. I've been out my mind, out my mind, out my. Don't slow. I took one and you took it off. You said my name, it sounded soft. Blue pill, red pill, black pill sauce. Lost in the mix when you punch the clock. January, same mistakes. New year, different place. Skinny waist with a tumble of face. Powder is your saving grace. Wish I could just get away. Heart on red, but I can't stop. You said my name, I said I don't know who you're talking to. Go, 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 we got nowhere to be. If I lose myself, don't come looking for me. I've been out my mind, out my mind, out my mind. It makes sense to me. Freeze me here in time. If the night is young, so young, why we getting older? Older. Don't wake me yet. Don't wake. Heart on red, but I can't stop. You said my name, I said I don't know. We get in. Got nowhere to be. If I lose myself, don't come looking for me. I've been out my mind, out my mind, out my mind. It makes sense to me. Not staying.
All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome in. How are we doing tonight? How are my levels? Is everything sounding good? I think we did everything that we needed to do to start today. I just went through my entire board here and I cleaned it up into a markdown document of my entire desk. What was on my desk, right? And we kind of organized it a little bit. So now we're going to start working from there. We're starting to get a little bit bloated on this iterated project. I think today we want to work on the feed and iterated. So the feed being this thing that I have enabled in development mode under experimental. Something like this, where I can just arrow through and I can ideally complete things, but it's experimental for a reason. Because right now the controls don't work that well, and I need a way of handling like past information that the agent currently doesn't need anymore. Like at some point, if an agent asks you a question and you don't answer, and then they ask you another question, but then somewhere in here they actually completed the work from the last open question that was no longer necessary. Like how do we call that from the inbox? And I think we need to make like a unified ledger that the agent kind of fills out, comes back to, and updates with what their current state is. And that's what this needs to ultimately consume in order for all of the stuff that you need from the agents to be answerable here, but you don't end up with like a ton of stuff that's old or out of date, right? So that's one of the goals that I wanted to hit. Hello, nice to meet you. You seem to have a brain. Rare thing on YouTube. Oh man, there's some people with brains on YouTube. You'd be surprised. Good to see you. Welcome in, Codebam. Welcome in, Michael. Good to see you guys. And Tom, if you want, you can join our Discord as well. I'll get that pulled up in a minute here. I'll drop a link. I need to automate that. I always say I'm gonna automate it, but here we go. All right, and I'll write join our Discord, and we'll pin that. So if you haven't already, join in. We'll deliver a notification to you when we go live. And for those of you guys who are just joining, it's day 13 of this experiment that we've been on with Iterated, and we're sitting on $770 in total earnings. Today we're working on the Iterated feed. We're gonna play some Vibe Party. That's the game that we built here together using Iterated. And then we're also gonna listen to some Levin Labs music, which is on right now in the background. We're listening to the UK chill rap 90s garage liquid playlist right now, whatever that means, right? This is what the AI created, and it's a good chill late night playlist. A little bit soulful on this song here. So yeah, that's the plan for today, guys. Thank you guys for joining. Go ahead and like the stream if you haven't already. Oh, sweet, man. Thank you, Sigma. Good to see you, man. I will join Discord if you promise me. If you promise we will code our own chat instead of using garbage like Discord. Hey, man, I like Discord. You don't like Discord? Tell me why it's garbage. I'd be curious to hear your thoughts on that, because I've had pretty decent luck with it. Other than the notifications do get a bit annoying if you're in a lot of channels, but you can manage that. They've got ways to mitigate that with Discord. I don't know if I want to maintain my own Discord. I've got other products I'm working on, but hey, if you guys know something better, let me know. I feel like Discord also serves as like a marketing channel a little bit. Like, it's kind of like an email list. It's just a different way of joining the conversation, and then yeah, we're all in a group chat as well. So that's a beautiful thing. All right, so let's see.
She don't eat, she order free. Said she never checks the price. Neither do I. Different reasons.
Oh, why do we need Discord if you can make a better one? Hey man, I'm kind of with you on that. If your goal is to make a better Discord, you know, like, I don't think it's something that I would want to roll my own on. Usually I'm like all about rolling my own with like the whole vibe coding thing and stuff. Like, I mean, I rebuilt OBS and Adobe Premiere for my use cases with Context Cut. That's what I'm streaming on right now. And it's worked well. Like, we've been streaming using this tool that I built. And then the AI agents can interact with the timeline a lot better than they can in something like Premiere. And it all still works the same as Premiere, right? Or something similar to that, like DaVinci Resolve. So I'm all about like building a version that's better, but Discord didn't seem like a good one to go after, just because they have network effects as well. It's not just pure software on like a local thing. Like, they have networking, but they also have network effects. And what I mean by that is like they already have a thriving community. Everyone has already created an account. Everybody's onboarded. They trust it. I trust it to a degree because, you know, we're offloading it onto Discord's stuff. I don't have to maintain like servers and stuff like that. So I'm with you. Yeah, hosting chat servers would be expensive probably. Peer-to-peer, yeah. I mean, Is there like a peer-to-peer like crypto project, something like that does what Discord does? I feel like Discord being free as it is, I mean, I have Nitro, but I feel like since it's free for most people and they kind of subsidize the cost of those servers, it seems like a hard one to replace unless there was a good peer-to-peer solution. So I'm with you on that. Yeah, we probably can, but like I said, the problem is like YouTube and Discord, their value doesn't lie in the actual technology as much as it does the network effects that are happening because they have users and they have distribution. Like, so if that isn't there, you can rebuild it, or you can rebuild some version of it, but then you've got to maintain it, and then you also have to like onboard people back into it. So there's certain things where you're using the platform for a different reason than just purely the technology. Yeah, decentralized servers, like, I get where you're going with it, but it doesn't exist yet, and I'm not going to be the one to create it, most likely, in some of those cases. My goal is to build local tools that people can use, and they can purchase for, like, a one-time license for that version, and then there's, you know, there's some depreciation in the future eventually. Like, it's not like it's something that you have to actively maintain every single day. I can just ship releases to Iterated, and I can give people access to it with a file that they download and they can run on their own machine. There's no like server needs with that. Yeah, guys, thank you guys for getting involved in the chat. It's good to see some new faces in here, and yeah, guys, join the Discord. Stick around. We are building Iterated, which is the tool that you're looking at right now. It is day 13. We've generated $770 in total earnings. And if you want Iterated and you're on the Mac operating system, you can get Iterated at iterated.ai. You can use Stream 20 at checkout. I only show this to the stream, so not everybody does use this code. In fact, like probably only half of the people that have purchased have used the Stream 20 code. So I don't want that to be you. If you do want to pick up Iterated, make sure to use that at checkout. All right. So work on the feed right now for Iterated. I want a better like unified feed that kind of like gets rid of stale stuff. And like I effectively want to create a timeline of events that each agent kind of like documents. So right now we read in like these long terminal chats, and increasingly the agents are getting harder and harder to comprehend. So we've already done some things to mitigate this. The first being our summaries, right? So this is like whatever the last run, this is like the butler delivering you the message kind of TLDR that you're looking for. It's not like super technical. It's not telling you things that you wouldn't understand, but it's also not like leaving out important details, right? So it's just giving you what you need right here. And so I want to create some sort of timeline, you know, like completion. These are the different events. Like, okay, just like completion of something, but then also open questions, and then maybe like if an open question doesn't get answered but the agent continues, that's the thing I'm trying to figure out right now. Like, obviously an open question, if it's in Claude itself, is going to be answerable, right? Just through Claude, and it's not going to continue unless you answer it. But sometimes in the inbox, some of these, like, they'll ask me a question and then I'll get past that. So your general screenshot has resume audio on. The shipped default is off. Position always resumes either way, right? So like this is something that we've already shipped. Something that it's asking me a question about. There's just a lot that accumulates in here. And I basically just want to improve this interface that we have with the agent, where we're just getting like a status update of where it's at, and we know what's necessary.
Everybody wants a
Right?
connection. Funny how they get connected. Skip the lines, I'll take the tab. Foot the bill, we'll make it fast. She said,
Don't tell my boyfriend.
Okay, let's see what we got going on. I'm talking about the next revolution. We are going to take back the internet, build a new one. It existed since the 1960s. All computers were made to do this. It's a basic computer function to connect to another computer. Okay, I see your goals, and I love it. Money making, I like it. Awesome, man. Yeah, money making, simple goals. Yeah, that's true. I mean, this is an experiment. I wanted to see how it would go live streaming and building in public, and really that's what you guys are watching here. It's not my full-time thing per se. It's my late night activity that I've been doing lately. Exists, but matrix hosting is expensive, and you'd have to make sure people aren't uploading illegal content. Huge headache. Yeah, that's like, I used to be like all in on crypto technology and like decentralized technology, but there are certain things that are hard to decentralize. Like I am like a free and open person. Like I totally understand the narrative. I get it, but there's some things that need some centralization, right? You can't just do everything with oracles. I mean, I don't know if that's a provable statement, but there's like some shapes of things that need some kind of regulatory mechanism.
she hates Paris when it rains, hates the coast when it's too warm. Sweet was nice, wrong side, sent the flowers wrong kind. Cartier was half a size, birthday ruined naturally. Said you never listen to me, I do. That's the tragedy. Missed lunch, blamed the traffic, lost her shades, bought the classic, says she needs a change of scene. Same 5 places every season.
Yes, we need to begin working on the stale feeds problem, and like the stale confirmations, because right now the agents just like kind of keep sending out these ephemeral inbox tickets, but the problem is I would like for them to be more so updating their status, and when they do that, it kind of like can overwrite a past item in terms of it being on the feed. Like it doesn't need to completely delete it from a history, but what the user sees on the feed should be only the most current thing from that agent, or the handful of most current things that are still truly open. So the agent needs to be instructed through the command bus to follow this behavior, and the inbox generally needs to be a little bit shorter and easier to get to inbox 0. Yeah, I mean, any one of us could spin up the server. It's true. We could spin up the chat room. What's falsy compiler? Man, this fly is bugging me. Keeps guys, I'm gonna be swatting at this fly this whole time. Look up falsy.
said how long you here. I said long as it feels right. Sun came up behind the curtains.
Firearm and liquor license consultants. That's what Google AI thought you were talking about. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything about that. Oh, are you talking about like one of those things that adjusts terminal outputs? Like that shortens the output of the command in the terminal? Like ponytail type of thing? I mean, but more programmatic. So guys, yesterday I was at a festival, and or no, not yesterday, the day before yesterday, and my phone got wet because at the end of it got rained out, and I was helping put away this tent, and yeah, so now I have to use the back charger on the phone because the charge port apparently is drying out. But I've never been more ready for September because I'm gonna get the new iPhone. I'm going to get a case for it this time because I usually don't roll with a case. But yeah, I was kind of scared my phone was fried, but thankfully I had this back charger and it kept it going. What's going on, guys? Good to see some of your guys' familiar faces popping into the live here. Happy to see you guys. Yeah, good to see you, Digital Nomad. Good to see you, FSD Driver. And Tom, thanks for jumping into the conversation, man. It's good to get something going in here. Love to see the chat. Human to LLM, right? Those layers, I don't think you know all of them yet. I create layers now. This has to do with internal LLM extraction. Say it's Opus 5. My code makes for faster extraction and saves tokens. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Just like token efficiency and token economics that you're optimizing for there. Guys, I'll be right back. Well, actually, we'll get my agents, my agent and my triage marked down on the screen too here. Here we go.
First things first.
I know it's still. Why is it still?
Because it's water.
Do you have the green one?
Perrier?
Other green.
San Pellegrino?
Yeah. Actually, this is fine. No.
What?
It's emotionally room temperature.
It's cold.
Physically.
All right, guys, I'm back. Where's everyone new tuning in from? I know the time zone of a lot of the viewers, but I'm always curious to ask, like, are you guys just some late night vibe coders like me? Or are you in some other part of the world where it's not that late yet? I know a lot of people tune in from the West Coast. A lot of people tune in from overseas. I'm based in the Eastern time zone. So for me, it's 1:21 in the morning right now. And I think Codebam, you said you're in Canada. Tom, you're in Asia. That's really cool. Time is meaningless. Oh, digital nomad. I live in Michigan too, man. Whereabouts? Yeah, I'm in East too. Everyone is in Asia. Yeah, there's a lot of people in Asia. Yo, you're in Grand Rapids? That's so cool. I'm in Kalamazoo. So we're pretty nearby. There's actually a guy that lives in Kalamazoo that is like huge on like design. Hold on, let me see if I can find him. I'm not gonna play it. But I want to pull him up because oh, what was that? Oh, here it is. Yeah, this. The Dive Club. Dive.club. I don't know if you guys have seen this guy on Twitter. The guy that created this. It's like I guess like a podcast about design. And it's been a while since I've looked into this, but he's like a huge designer, and he just moved near me. And I was like, why is anybody moving to Southwest Michigan? There's like nothing going on here. And then somebody told me the restaurant that I just went to today that Theo Von was spotted there. And I'm like, dude, I live in the middle of nowhere. How is that the case that people are coming here? But anyways, yeah. So that's cool that you're in the vicinity. Vicinity? Is that how you say it? Didn't you buy Bitcoin years ago? I go anywhere I want. It's all the same. Yeah, man. Like, I was into Bitcoin a little bit. Not anymore. Not right now. I just trade this stuff. I don't hodl it. I feel like it's tradable at a certain point. I mean, it's not financial advice, of course, but I feel like at certain points in the economic cycle and at certain points in Bitcoin's lows, you can time it with technical analysis. That's my belief because I've done it twice, but I'm not saying that like anybody should do that. I'm not saying that, I mean, it's basically gambling, right? All that disclaimer out there. I just feel like the crypto market is super easy to time if you have like a 3-year time horizon or a 4-year or 5-6 year time horizon. If you want to just have a quick cash grab, and you can expose yourself to more risk by finding the best meme, you know? But it's like better than gambling. Yeah, you just buy in HODL since 2013. Hey man, well, you're not doing it the way I am, but if you can pull that off, that's awesome. I mean, I have a retirement account too, you know? So there's a little bit of, with Bitcoin, you know, there's these different factions of people with it. And I already know, Tom, you're probably you bought crypto in 2013. You probably created Bitcoin, bro. Based on the way you're talking, peer-to-peer and everything. So you're rich. So you know what you should do? You should purchase Iterated. It's a one-time license. You run it locally on your Mac. No, I'm just kidding. If anybody is interested though, iterated.ai, use stream 20 at checkout for 20% off. No, I'm just kidding, man. But yeah, you probably are doing pretty well. Maybe I should accept Bitcoin for payment. Features only is truly current. Did you run a refresh on dev so that I can see it? Yeah, $10 is crazy. I wish I could say that I did that, but I didn't really see it for what it was until 2017, to be honest with you guys. I mean, I knew about it before that, but I didn't really understand the concept of it because I hadn't understood the economics of it yet. If you understand the economics of it, you'll get orange pilled for sure. Or like this website. This website will get you like Bitcoin pilled as well because, well, I don't know if everybody would, but I don't know if anybody's ever seen this website. WTF happened in 1971. This website is just a whole list of reasons that something bad happened in 1971, and it was when the gold standard was removed. And basically like inflation went rampant and like it just caused like a lot of systemic issues here. Different types of inflation, different types of problems in the world. I mean, obviously, you know, you could cherry pick some of this stuff and it's not totally gospel or whatever, but like this made me kind of see Bitcoin for what it was. Okay. So, where were we? We just got the rebuild. Let's check out the feed. All right. If you can make the program in 5 seconds, do it. Send it to me. If it's good, I'll give you the price of a license for Iterated. I'll give you instead of 5 seconds, I'll give you until the end of this stream. Has to be on Swift, Mac operating system. Has to have a phone app pending, mobile app that you can talk to, and it relays through to your desktop. All right. Let's see it, man. It's a challenge. It's out there. Did you see that website, Josh? Isn't that kind of crazy? Like, just look at some of those graphs. Some of them are really unfortunate and like sad truths about how the US, most of the stats are in the US, like how like the cost of living has gone so far away from what a dollar actually is. Yeah, it's nuts. I need to make like an AI interactive version of that that's like updating all the time too, and not just static images of charts that you'll have to go out and source. But like, I think that would be cool to create as an experiment at some point. We're working on the iterated feed today. So like this thing, working on making it smoother to use so that you can see, you can monitor what all your agents are doing. This one just came back with a refresh. So settings, experimental feed, flip on the toggle, and then what is that? Up command U. Okay, up command. Oh, I'm focused on that. Up command U. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I'm stupid. I don't know. I don't know what up command U is meant to do here. Or any inbox door opens the feed. Okay, I don't think that works. I wonder if it added it as a hotkey here that I can change. And let's get the music going again, guys. Well, actually, I'm curious, like, do you guys like the background music in the stream? Because I can turn it off. Like, if... That's, like, always a hard one for me. I don't know if the background music is a good thing or a bad thing. Especially since it's all, like, AI generated. The Opus shift. Oh, thank you, sir. I was waiting for one of you guys to come in and save me on the keyboard. You're right. You're right, sir. That makes sense because... Yeah, you're right. That is shift. Oh my goodness. Just the Unicode or whatever for it. Okay, so that opens the feed. I wonder if that's configurable here in my settings. Yeah, guys, like, what do you think of the music? I don't know. In general, not just this music, but like, do you guys like having music on streams when you tune in, or? Sometimes I wonder if I should just do a non-talking stream. I've seen Bridgemine do that a few times, and I've seen other people do it as well, where it's just like me just working on stuff, you know? I don't know, like, what people like. Am I a radio station, or is this like a community, or, you know, I want to get an idea of why people tune in. As long as you can hear the talking. Nice. Okay, it's baking. I think mine is the pro version. I will add more after I fix things. All right. Test it. It's hard to test when we have 15 watching. You know, if I was going to do a meaningful test, there would need to be significant... I don't know what I would track either to know, like, if it's working or if it's doing well. I guess you could just see, like, total viewers, watch time. You know, because a lot of that happens before they click on the video, and then, yeah. Okay, timeline section enter 11s. It did what you answered. Hover a line for X. Acknowledge the message agent field at the bottom sends straight to its panes. Okay, is that in on the agent card? Okay, is that in this? Okay, test it. Goals. Goals would be, I don't know. The goal originally, because I was thinking about goals. Oh, I gotta plug my laptop in. That was close. Almost lost the stream to a dead laptop. That would have been so embarrassing. Oh. Here we go. The goal. Yeah, sure, Tom. Whatever. Just we'll do like a, if you get it shipped and you'll jump on Discord, we'll do like a showdown. Do a showdown demo or something. Battery. Uh-oh, I hope he sees. Okay, good. Prompt versus prompt. Yeah, did you hear what Tom is doing right now? He's building the iterated clone by the end of this stream. It took me 13, well, this is the 13th day. I wonder how many hours total I've streamed, plus 2 weeks on top of that, to build what we've built here. I mean, it has like a test suite with like 2,800 tests. I don't know if that's a lot, but it sounded like a lot to me. Probably take me an hour just to run the test suite on my own machine for like one release.
You said my name, I said I don't know who you're talking to. Go, we got nowhere to be. If I lose myself, don't come looking for me. I've been out my mind,
Okay, settings, experimental feed, flip it on. That works. I don't know what it's talking about here. Timeline section interleaves what it did with what you answered. Hover a line or the X acknowledge. Feed has. See, this just doesn't feel good. This just doesn't feel good. And I've got to figure out the contention with the arrow keys too, because they're not set up right to be able to arrow through these options as well. Okay, so the feed itself just doesn't feel right. Like the keys don't really do the right thing. The up and down and the side to side all change the slide that we're on, but the up and down technically need to go up and down on the options. And there should be like a next and like previous as well, like that's actually clickable on screen for people as well, on the left and right centered upon hovering. The game's coming along good. We've got Vibe Party. Yesterday I did some mobile enhancements. Yeah, so I'll commit and push that actually, because I just tested those out last night, and the game's working well on mobile too. So this is pretty sweet. It laid everything out here for me, basically on everything that it did with the game. Streams are getting kind of boring, honestly, because I'm like, I don't want to do the thing where I have 10 agents open at once on the screen that will probably get people interested in what's going on. You know, like it's just like not, it's actually not productive, you know? I've had it working pretty well with like different providers, but like trying to get them all to work on the same thing, that's where it gets tough. Like where this is strong is if I spawned in another codex instead of like another Claude agent, and then if these each have their own sub agents just like built into the TUI, I find that they perform better with sub agents in that way. The agents do all have like an understanding of, you know, what's going on if they use the command bus to like see what the other agents were doing. But I feel like in terms of the sub agent orchestration, the parent does the best at that. And then if you have separate agents, it should just be like they're just working on different branches, right? Different branches. I don't really do work trees, but like different branches that are far removed from each other as much as possible. Because last night I think we had like 4 OpenAI Codex agents open on different branches, and the app was restarting a lot, and it was putting it into my local build like a hot reload, but it wasn't really bad per se. You just have to watch it, you have to manage it, because if you get too many agents going, it just gets nuts. See, we just had a rebuild there. How'd you make so many mini games? Haha. I just told Fable to make like 20 mini games that met like a certain criteria, you know, because I didn't want it to just like try to, I mean, some of them were my idea, but then the ones that Fable made actually turned out better in a lot of cases than the games that I thought to make. That game was like an overnight thing. You know, Iterated is like the iOS app releasing to real customers, not just using it myself. The Mac app, the web app, the accounts infrastructure, payments infrastructure, you know. But the Vibe Party game, yeah, this was like 2 prompts. The Vibe Party. Let's actually see if anybody wants to play. I'll jump in the queue, and if you guys want to run Vibe Party with me, we can play for a bit here. We can jump in and we can play against each other and see who's the Vibe Party champion of today. So I'm going to join the lobby, and if anybody wants to join, I'll just have this open and I'll just watch the queue. I can drop the link as well. Here we go. Yeah. So we made this game that we play with chat, and this one was like a really quick project. It was a really easy project. So it was kind of fun. Oh, I've got mute all. The music is kind of toxic when I play it on stream, so I'll let you guys decide if you want to. Okay, there's somebody in here. Sweet. Where will you be putting the games on iOS? Actually, this is the only thing that's a web app only right now, but I could maybe convert this to like a Mac or an iOS app. Uh-oh. Hey, don't ready up yet. If you can, try to not ready up, because there is a timer. So just unready up, whoever just did that, so that we can let a few more. Okay, never mind. Everybody's in. Everybody's in. You're good. We've got Real Viber, we've got Code Bam, we've got myself, and we've got Bippy. So we'll run this. I'm gonna get some different music going on in the background. I need to get the synthwave music on. The midnight synthwave. Uh-oh, we lost some people, it looks like, for a minute there. It's starting, guys. You better get in. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right, guys. Welcome to Vibe Party. Let's go. It's a race to the end, but it's also a race to see who can win the most mini games and get the most points and have the best luck overall, because there is the Vibe Vampire that you run into as well, and he's a real pain in the ass. What do you guys think about having like in-game chat? In-game chat on this. So you can like talk with the other people. So like I could trash talk you guys in here, like the four of us, just mics. You can mute your mic, you can turn it on. That might be kind of cool. Are you in here, Tom? Are you playing with us right now? Let's go. Let's go. Are you Bippy or Real Viber? I think, no, Bippy was a different guy in here. You're Real Viber. Okay, sweet. Yeah, so on this one, you gotta pick up all the power-ups. You gotta pick up the power-ups. They help out a ton. That's the meta on this zombie game. And you know what else would be cool is if you did get into a game and it was all AI agents. Like if I could figure out a low-cost way to like make some different identities in here. Oh, I just got the rammer. I took you guys out a little bit there. AI voices like talking trash over the mic would be wild. You liking the game, Bippy? I don't think I've seen you in here yet. Kind of reminds me of Mario Party on the Switch. Or if you remember far enough back, it's probably on the GameCube, but I played it on the Wii. Actually, no, I think Mario Party was probably all the way back to like Nintendo 64. Maybe not. But there's like a few vibe coding references in here that if you pay attention, you'll see them. But Josh, we need to get you to be like a game director or something for us. Like deciding the games that we add and the game mechanics, because Josh makes some awesome games, guys. That's AI Mastery in chat. I don't know if he's in here with us. Yeah, the concepts are fun, and you've got a pretty good idea of some of the good games out there. Like, I feel like you have the good games on your radar, Josh. This one's like, what's that game? Cut the Rope. You remember that game? On the iPhone? Oh, just trying to get the star. Someone swoops in and takes it. I think sometimes the move on this one is just to get going real fast and then just let your ball ping pong across and get those trick shots. Oh, GG, Code Bam. This is still the broken game where Real Viber's gonna have the real advantage because he's in the lead here. So he gets first grabs at everything. But I think it's kind of fun to have little things like that where the first player in some games they just inherently have an advantage. That's kind of how some board games are. It's like leaving some things up to chance, I think, makes it fun. But then having some things where merit and like winning and stuff like that gets you ahead too. It's kind of a good formula for a game like this, I think. Keeps you on the edge of your seat, like hoping that you have a lucky play there, but then also being able to compete a little bit. Somebody said that this was like Temu Snake. I thought that was funny. I feel like the tutorial is also helpful because you don't know how to play the game when you first get in here, so having 20 mini games can get confusing, I think. Oh, the grazing. It gives you points if you like get close to them, but it's kind of dangerous because it's not the most responsive with the keyboard. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness, dude. Oh no. Dude, it was getting so tight there. Phone is hard, LOL. You're playing in your phone, bro? Oh no, I'm sorry. I did just tell it to push a fix for the phone. I hope it worked. I mean, I did test it a little bit, but like some of the controls are overlapped and some of the games are going to be, yeah, some of the games are going to probably be tough on the phone. I need to get it working on the phone, and I need to get bigger lobbies, and I was thinking about adding a stadium around the board where like if you're waiting in the queue or something like that, you're literally waiting in the queue, which is just a part of this same like 3D world that we're looking at right now. Like you're getting ready to run out onto the field and you can watch the people before you. All right, I think time and water is key here. You just got to keep going down as far as you can with these stars and just avoiding the bombs. It's basically like just keep going. If you can hit a star, keep doing it. Don't stop and try to time it up. I don't think the bomb is like really that bad to hit either. Like, I don't know if it gives you a point deduction even. It just slows you down. This is where the game can turn around. The gold stars. Oh, Code Bam comes from behind. It's a miracle. Let's go. GG's. Are you playing on the phone, Bippy? Because the phone's a lot harder. Oh no, guys. The vampire got me. It's terrible. Well, if it's your first time playing the games, sometimes they're hard to get used to as well, and like to learn the meta and all the mini games. So the more that you play, the easier it will get. So yeah. Snakes and ladders, I guess it could kind of be like that. I'm not 100% sure because I haven't played Snakes and Ladders, but I understand the concept of it. Oh, you get the boost at the end, Bippy. Dude, let's go. You might win, Bippy. You've got a real solid chance now because you got the best end score that was possible. The first to get to the end gets 100. This is probably one of my favorite games here. Ooh. Dang, Bippy. You did good at that one. I think you've got a real shot. Guys, I think about this and I'm like, how can we make this even better? But the part of the fun of the game is to just play it. Some of my favorite games are pretty simple games, honestly. Like, I like chess, I like Tetris, I like, yeah, just like very simple games. But that's just me. I like board games too, though. Have any of you guys played Overcooked? That's kind of a fun game. I'm sure Josh has. Oh, I always try to go 100% perfect on this one, and I never do. And then it speeds up. Dang. You guys are smoking me. Nice. Real Viber came in second on the points. Oh, Code Bam, you're so close. Oh, dude, I'm so glad you didn't get the vampire there. That would have messed you up, man. I told it to put the mystery right at the end too, just to like add that extra like scare that you might get the vampire right when you're knocking on the door of the finish line. You guys are all beating me there. All right, now it's just some mini games and me spinning. A couple more rounds here. Yep, I think I'm spent here, guys. I don't think there's... Yep, there it goes. Code Bam. W's in chat for Code Bam. W's in chat for Code Bam. Yeah, GG's. Cheers. Cheers. Good to see ya. Love to make a different version of Overcooked. Played a ton of that game. It seemed like a game that you would like, Josh. I like that game too. It's good because it gets like everybody involved. Like my entire family liked playing that game. It wasn't just me. Can improve the feel animation because the core is right, I think. That's cool. Thanks for the feedback on that. Yeah, GG guys, that was fun. That was fun. Thanks for jumping in. If you guys haven't yet, go ahead and like the stream. We're building Iterated.ai. It's the tool that you're looking at right now. And we just got done playing a game that I built using Iterated, where it has all of my different terminals, all my different TUIs for all the agentic platforms. We've got Claude, we've got Codex. We've got all of the mainline TUIs in here. And it's a great environment for being able to map things out. You know, I've got a picture here. I can drag it into an agent as context. Agents can drop things out here as well, like files and images. So think of it like an infinite Miro board, but ultimately it's a way to bring everything together into one window. And instead of switching windows alone, like CodeBam's Sweet app does, which I want to get into more of that, like shortcuts in order to operate these different panes. But it's just an infinite canvas, right? So you can, as you add things, you can keep zooming out and you can move around like a 2.5 dimensional space. And it saves screen real estate in some ways. But I'd be interested to see how we can make your processes more efficient and how Iterated can help with productivity as well. Like just speed of being able to execute something. So that's been a focus as well. made the whole fam play Overcooked as well. You could make a Overcooked, but for cleaning a space. Oh yeah, that would be a good idea. And you could have like maybe different things like water coming in, like leaking in somewhere. Like, so there would be like a thing like, okay, you've got to plug the hole and then it's eventually going to burst again. Right? And like you have to clean up all the water, you have to clean up all the stuff. You could have different dynamics like that in a game where if it was set up like Overcooked. Right? Because Overcooked has like the changing directions. It has like the moving map sometimes. It gets pretty insane. Yeah, that would be fun. Like, just, it's basically survival. You're right. I always like to think about how long a game takes too, because I feel like our game has gotten to a pretty good pace with Vibe Party in terms of like, it doesn't feel like it's way too fast, but it also doesn't feel like it's way too long, but that's just my take. Overflow or on fire or something. Yeah, that would be cool. If anybody else has any other games that they like to play that are like AI or like games that you're building, you should share them in the Discord if you haven't already, under the project showcase. That's where we like to share what we're doing, what everyone's working on. The Discord is pinned, so you guys can join there and drop something in there. Okay, fixed, shipped, already relaunched. Up and down now move through the options period. The old wiring. Okay, what was it? Command Shift U. And then up, down. Perfect. Side to side. It's feeling better. Arrows seem right. Okay, now we need to get... Now we need to make sure that the closing something or like marking it as stale has a confirmation and that it actually works, because right now when I hit the backspace button on that, it doesn't seem to trigger it for the deletion. Or maybe it's just an option that we can arrow down to like hide it or like archive it so that it's out of our list. And then when there's nothing in there, have like a nice inbox 0 screen that's just like our background that we currently have in our theme, and just like some nice text in the middle that says inbox 0 or something like that. Let's go, guys. We are on day 13. We've earned $770 total so far. It's been 13 consecutive days of streaming, and this has been quite the experiment, guys. It's been fun to meet all of you. It's been fun to grow the Discord community. It's been fun seeing some initial earnings and some initial feedback from users for Iterated, and I'm just having a blast with it, guys. So I do want to switch up my schedule a little bit this week. So I'm going to try to get off at a reasonable time tonight, and then hopefully start my stream earlier tomorrow. That's my North Star right now for this next week is get the stream schedule moved to an optimal time where I can market the stream. Because I don't mind doing these late night streams, but it's more something that I just need to fix for marketing reasons and for like viewership. Because the total addressable amount of people that are watching these vibe coding streams are not really all on right now. I mean, some of you guys are. Some of you guys are like me. You stay up all night. But like the entire United States is like going to sleep right now. Which is like poor timing for my stream. Yeah, absolutely. Less viewers at these hours. And I'm still like impressed with how many people do turn up to watch, you know, but I think we'd get a lot more going on if we had some better hours. Everything with this whole world revolves around the West Coast too, in the US. And so I shouldn't say everything, but like 90% of the cycle relies on that part of the world, right? And so if you're a stockbroker or something, or you're in finance, like, then you'd probably say like Eastern New York, right? But with vibe coding, like the audience of this stuff, I feel like it's best to be on their schedule 100%, like at a prime time on their schedule, right? It's probably the best time to be doing it. But it's been fun, and I think I've also exposed myself to people that wouldn't have found me had we not done these. And it's been a blast. I wouldn't have done it any other way. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate it, man. Solve some terminal issues like pasting. You build mostly voice to terminal, yeah. I do a lot of voice. We have the built-in Apple dictation on the Mac too, which was like just such a good call to make. I have to like give credit where credit is due. Michael's like, dude, just use the Apple voice. He's like, it's getting so good. I'm like, all right, we'll give it a shot. And yeah, it works really well. It's really fast. As you can see, it's just like a quick shortcut on my mouse. You could set it on the keyboard too and release. And it gets it verbatim, which I think is important as a starting standard for a prompt coming in through dictation. I want it to be exactly what I said, not like a cleaned up version. If we need to add a layer that like does cleaning that we can work with, we've got that in the settings too, but like we can work with that on a different level. So exactly what I say is coming out with the dictation. And then the voice itself, this is still on the OpenAI voice orb, so it can talk back with us. Give stream a quick joke. That's become like your primary role as the voice orb, is giving the stream jokes.
Got it. I'll line up a quick joke for stream and make sure it lands in the right place. Queued for Bo. It's waiting because there's unsent text in Bo's composer, so it'll land at the next.
You're just all business, aren't you? Why don't you just say the joke because the stream is watching you?
All right. Here's one for the stream. Why don't skeletons fight each other? They don't have the guts.
It's pretty good. All right. So yeah, but that voice orb can also like manage the terminal panes and arrange things. You know, like it has the whole command bus to be able to move things around, move my camera around here. So, I mean, it's good for that kind of thing, but I need to make it better. And I've often defaulted to just using dictation and using my quick shortcut for that, and then just taking screenshots. And then yesterday we added in, and this is now in the live release, guys, we added in the ability to draw. on these screenshots. And then when you hit save, you can overwrite the original or you can save a copy. So I'll overwrite the original. And as you can see, it's already done it. It created a new image there. So I think it's even quicker, to be honest with you, than Apple's built-in stuff for that screenshot flow, right? Because you get a browser open in here, right? I say, let's get a browser, and I'll go to Vibe Party. Actually, that's a good test here because there's a lot of screenshotting that could happen with a tool like this. And now that I have Vibe Party open, let's just continue as a guest. I'm going to try to find something that I don't like. Okay. So, sorry, this is super loud, guys. I'm really sorry. I'm going to turn it down in just a second. Where's the settings? Continue as guest. All right, we gotta stop that from the stream side. Okay, sorry about that. But no, I was just saying, like, if we were to, hold on, I'm gonna get the audio off for my sake too. Okay, so I could come in here and just screenshot something in an app that I have open already. Like I could say, screenshot this whole join the lobby page, and I could just drop it on the board. I could double click it, and then you can instantly draw on it to annotate it. So it's just a super quick process, and it's even enabled with your shortcuts. So you can do a shape, and I can say, like, let's say I just want to move this guy, right? Do a connector, and make it like a little bit thicker. Arrow does look a little weird. Okay. Just go with the normal one then. And I could just save that. Overwrite. That's fine. And then I can drop it straight to an agent, which I'm not going to, but then I could dictate and say, I want you to move the robot on this screen over to the left, like the image. Right? And you just send it. So that's a workflow that I have often done, like the old way on my Mac operating system. And it's not horrible. It's not, but there were like just a bunch of gripes that I had. So I built in better features for this so that, number one, I don't have to have a Whisperflow account or some separate dictation. And number two, as you can see there, the dictation allows you to just like talk onto the canvas without even creating a text item. So I can just be like, this is a test. Turn it off. It instantly is on the board. Right? So it's things that I would normally have to do a whole lot of as a content creator that makes these like screen recorded videos and ships different AI tools and different AI web apps and things like that for our community and whatever else it might be for client work. Just having these little tools available has made vibe coding as a solo operator more efficient. And that is the goal of Iterated, right? Grind is the reward. It's cool to see 13 days though. Yeah. And you actually, Josh, you saying that 13 days thing, and you also saying at the beginning like, oh yeah, most people only stream like once or twice or whatever. I think that's cool that it came full circle, and I got past that. I think about that sometimes. Someday you'll be on Mac OS 27. Maybe. Let's see. I'll ask an agent if I should be on Mac OS 27. I probably should be, honestly. Can you tell me why I'm not on Mac OS 27 right now, and if it's a problem for building Iterated and not being on that version? I probably should be like dog fooding that version, huh? I don't know. Let's see what Bo thinks. All right. So yeah, I'll close this browser, but I just kind of wanted to show you guys that. And the browsers are built into here. So I can go Command K and then I can go /browser. Except I don't type super well, super accurately. And then, you've got your browser here, but the cool thing is it's a super lightweight browser. Okay. So this acts as a single tab in a browser. Like you don't have like tabs in here. You do have history though. And this is savable as a profile. You can choose to turn this off, but it just stays as a little like cache on your device if you want easy things like this, where you can just arrow through previous and it like auto completes things that you're writing, right? So there's that. But it also has built into it like a private profile. So, you can browse without the cookies or with them, and you can enable that or disable that in your settings, right? Browser. And you can clear it as well. You can clear all the data. It's just helpful to have like some form of cache in your browser, because otherwise certain things aren't going to work as well in this as they do in something like Chrome. You're not going to have a clear idea of how your site's performing. But this is WebKit View or something like that. It's like Swift thing. It's not like a full-blown browser. It's Apple's in-app browser that they offer up. Because I don't want to get into building a browser, I don't think. I have worked through it with Claude and Codex, asking them like, hey, should we just have a separate browser that we can like pop out? Got to get my MacBook back. Unified memory is so useful. Oh yeah. Yeah, this does not run well on old, like super old Macs, but nothing really does on the super old MacBooks. You kind of need to have an M chip now. You need that silicon. You need that unified memory for sure. You know what's a waste? iPads M4 and 5. What do you mean it's a waste? Okay, so its recommendation. Okay, it queued that the other guy sent earlier to tell the stream a quick joke. This is what Daybreak Blue thinks is funny. Why did the computer take a break? It needed to clear its cache. That's what Daybreak Blue. That's Daybreak Blue's standard of a joke. Pop that in chat, because that is super like on point. That's exactly what I would expect from this model to say. Some cheesy AI dad joke that only a model would think is funny. Only a model like this would think that's funny. It's still like a dad joke too. You're on low. I don't ever use low. I've had decent luck with low. I'm just asking a question too. You're on Mac OS 26.4.1 because Mac OS 27 is currently beta only, not the normal stable update channel. This is not a problem for building iterated. Xcode 26.4.1 is installed. Iterated targets Mac OS 14 Plus, so your setup is supported. Your Apple Silicon Mac can run Xcode 27 beta. It requires this or later. Apple's Xcode 27 notes. You should dog food Mac OS 27, but I wouldn't immediately upgrade your only dependable build environment. Apple explicitly recommends beta software on a secondary system or volume because it can be unreliable. My recommendation, install Xcode 27 beta alongside stable Xcode now. Confirm iterated builds and runs with the macOS 27 SDK. Okay. I mean, what's going to be different about like actually using the operating system though? What about macOS 27 is going to affect iterated? I want you to like actually research it and like the changes as well, and tell me like what I should expect and what I should be looking out for from both a product perspective, a future proofing perspective, I guess. Can you make me code for my iPad to use Claude on iPad? Yeah, I've thought about it, man, because I have an iPad right here. It's an old iPad, but it's got the Magic Pencil. So I thought this app would be amazing with the Magic Pencil plugged into it. So if I could port this somehow to the iPad, that would be insane. I mean, of course, the terminals would still live on your desktop, but in-app being able to do this on an iPad would be pretty sweet. And then I've got to get the Apple Watch. Got to get the Apple Watch for this too. I feel like that would be a differentiator if you were like maintaining like entire suite of Apple products that use this like super well, like that really tap into the notifications on the phone, that like the board really works with the iPad. The Apple Watch is hitting you with like little like agent confirmations. I don't know. I feel like that's an okay vertical to be in. Maybe. I mean, I don't know if it's all necessary like tomorrow or something like that, but like might be something good to build towards. Custom canvas interaction is the biggest regression. Apple is moving AppKit further toward gesture recognizers and away from custom mouse down tracking. Apple specifically warns that overlapping sibling views can silently intercept input and recommends explicit hit testing behavior. Modernize your AppKit app. That intersects heavily with iterated canvas panning, dragging, resizing, marquee selection, layered pane chrome, and entity overlays, cursor ownership, browser terminal, scrolling, routing, NS text view. Okay. Okay. Do any of the machines on Warp Build currently run this? And could we run our UI tests against it just to see if there's anything odd going on with macOS 27? All right, inbox 0 got us reward screen. Backspace still works as shortcut. Okay, so there we go. Feed now is a 24 frame 24 card. Timeline of did plus ass acknowledge. I'm just gonna close some of these. Okay. See, these are not delivering the way that I want them to right now. These questions, I am way too confused about what exactly it's talking about. I could use some more brain power and really think about it. The product branch is committed and both Mac OS runner lanes passed. Like, what branch is it talking about? Like, it's not very in context for me right now. I want this feed to feel like this is the only thing that I need if I have a bunch of agents doing different things. So we need like truth of where the project is exactly right now. Visual proof needs a build descent from lyrics completed runtime. So I'm going to take a screenshot of this. And I'll take a screenshot of this. Okay, confirm warp build has Xcode 27, not macOS 27. Not quite. So if we have Xcode 27, is that the same as macOS 27? Like, can we still test it? Right. Potentially XCUI test under Xcode 27. Iterated compiled to Swift 6.4. macOS 27 SDK compatibility, package, and app tests. The machine would still run on macOS 26. That will not detect macOS 27 specific glass rendering, input/hit testing, TCC permissions, Windows Server. So a lot of it hinges on me getting a machine that is on macOS 27 without me having to convert this machine to a beta version and the machine that I rely on every day to work on. That's where I feel like it's at right now. But I mean, I would maybe jump into it, but I just need my computer to work. Xcode is builder, macOS is user. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Okay, I've got to catch up on what you guys said in the chat so far, because there's quite a thread in here. Let me get my music going again for you guys, though. All right, which one do we want? Classic, top AI hits, our 3 rap songs, our midnight synthwave, or the UK old money liquid soul rap. I'll leave these on screen. Let me know in chat which one you guys would prefer to have on in the background. I'll be right back. I expect to see some requests. All right, everybody's going to sleep. AI hits. There we go, Code Bam. Thanks for participating. We'll play the AI hits. I'm feeling that too. Maybe somebody will fall asleep to my stream tonight. Good to have you guys in here. If you guys haven't already checked out Iterated, you can go to iterated.ai. You use stream 20 at checkout. Let's make sure the music levels are actually pretty good. I don't know if they are. even on.
Your name's still open in my recent apps. I told myself I'm only looking once. Thumb finds the glow like a bad habit does. Air conditioning and unfinished wine. You left aware the system in my mind.
There we go. That's one thing about Context Cut that I need to try to improve is like these levels here. Like I want to make it a proper, whatever you call it. What is the audio meter thing called in like audio software? Ask Google AI. Amplitude meter or level meter? Okay. I'm gonna put that as like a flag in here that I need to do for Context Cut. Go to our Context Cut project and copy this.
You said forever like a hotel key. Works until checkout, then it don't work for me. I keep your laugh in a folder I don't show. Play it back when the apartment feels too cold. If love is just a channel I can't change, why do I keep the volume on your name? Skyline static, soft and late.
All right, so we're gonna clear our feed out here.
I swear I hear you in the interstate.
General screenshot has resume audio on. The shift to default is off. Yeah, default off. I already entered that. Your general screenshot has stay awake on. The shift default is off. Okay, stay awake on. What do we want for the shift default? Default off. Default off. It's useful for this type of thing where there's a lot of questions that the agents have. Screenshot uses Alloy. The current product default is Marin. Product default is Marin. Voice. Hardware routing can still be saved as personal device overrides. Okay, the undo needs to become a notification in the corner that lasts 15 seconds and stacks, and I should be able to see the most recent notification for that, for the undo. In fact, it could come in on the top middle of the screen for these notifications. Just make sure they look like our other notifications, and make sure that they have a clickable undo, or Command Z should undo. And honestly, it shouldn't like interrupt the user a ton. Like, because right now the undo freezes the screen on that option, and it doesn't allow me to like just continue churning through items in the inbox. I should make that like a product standard. Like the entire, like everything that you would do on Iterated should be able to be done through the keyboard. Like, I like using the mouse, but that's kind of like not what my target audience would probably do or use. Current shortcut, empty canvas, copy implied Claude code.
Black rim on why still got the tags on it. Memory of the cost, yeah, I had to double back for it. Used to dream about it, now I just laugh on it. But I keep
Ask on first use is best for this.
Started with the internet, money modem was a gold mine. They saw the outcome, they ain't see the whole climb. Circle stayed the same size, but the vision got a zoom lens. Watching for the snakes, that's just how the story ends. Pen game like a ghost rider for the Forbes list. These ain't stock loops, this is so you can't record this. Haters tweeting.
Fell asleep in the middle of remote coding with Codex.
I'm in a sprint attendant playing out a
embarrassing.
Punchline, they mad I'm living what they captioning. Black rim on why still got the tags on.
I keep your laugh in a folder. Things only AI says. It's so good, man. So good. Like the irony of the things the AI says is just funny sometimes. Like how dry it actually is. Like it's not even trying to be funny a lot of times. It just happens to be funny for vibe coders that see it every day. It's more relatable than anything else. Black rim on why still got the tags on it. Memory of the cost, yeah, I had to double back for it. Used to dream about it, now I just laugh on it. But I keep the tags so my mind don't get too soft on it. Black rim on why still got the tags on it. Memory of the cost, yeah, I had to double back for it. Used to dream about it, now I just laugh on it. But I keep the tags so my mind don't get too soft on it. Room is default. Current code keeps it off after GA sessions rejected the field. A rejection can drop strict turn detection and input transcription through the minimal fallback. Yeah, room noise. It's talking about room noise. Okay. See, it's like hard for me to get up to speed with whatever it's talking about. Like I've got to like read the whole thing and really comprehend it well before and I want it to be like very clear what it's referring to in these human in the loop messages that it sends. Because that's one of the hardest and most annoying things about vibe coding is there isn't just like an interface for this. I mean, yeah, it does the user Q&A, but you have to ask it to do the user Q&A every time, and nothing can continue. And if you're working across multiple providers, they don't all offer it. So I'm trying to bring that into here so that this will become better though, guys. This will become something where I can literally just churn through these and I see exactly what it's talking about and what it wants to do. What room is default? Yep. Stage the new demo board and film all shots with synthetic inputs, cursor, and keyboard or mine while it runs. Oh, this was for, yeah, this was for something else. Stale. I want to get to inbox 0. This is what broke packs during the install. Yeah, it's stale. We're getting towards the end of this stuff. There shouldn't be stale stuff in here though, ideally. Should be able to just update it to what's most recent. Oh, when I got to inbox 0, it crashed, I think. Maybe that was actually just a test that the model had flagged a script for to close once I reach inbox 0 or something. Okay. Undo is now a stacking 15-second toast. Perfect. So eventually the feed could just become a different view of what the board is, essentially. Because the board right now is like this expansive infinite canvas, but the feed, which I'm calling the inbox in development, could eventually just become these agents as like singular full-blown panes that are just readjusted and like really locked in and focused and telling me only what I need to know. So there's like the creative kind of like free-flowing side of it, but then there's also just like the processing that goes into it. And this is something that I built into the productive brain, which is a Notion template that I created like a few years back. Like having pages to process through information that needs you. And this was even before AI. We had like a few different pages. We had, and I could probably just pull it up, honestly. But we had tasks. Or no, it was today. It was like, what is today? Like what's going on today? And in that view, it just gave you like what you had to do that day and like things that you would commonly have to do, like your habits for that day, right? Along with the tasks that were scheduled for that day. And then there was another view of like process. And that's what I'm trying to build here, where we're going to be able to process anything that needs our call, right? So I'm trying to create these different contexts, these different views for the user to be more efficient with whatever they're creating with AI. Could be code, could be something else. Let's see. Yeah, it's kind of dark when you think about it, right? Like Michael, like they say something like that. I keep your laugh in a folder. Yeah, like 11 Labs literally probably does keep my laugh in a folder. Why isn't it reading it to you? Yeah, that's a good point. That's a great point. I mean, I could make it crazy if we like used 11 Labs to give each agent a voice, and I've considered doing that. But it would be nice if there's a local alternative that had like all the voices built into. And I don't know if there's anything feasible like that yet. But it should be an option maybe in here. But as far as the voice orb, I want to make that like Apple native as well, and hopefully on 27 that becomes possible with this little Apple voice tool. Like if Siri could be like an open source orchestrator agent, that would be nuts. That would be a whole different world we'd be living in at that point with Apple. Having your chief of staff reading it, I'm saying. Bro, Siri is an orb. Yeah, Siri is. You're right. It's kind of like Siri. Except it's OpenAI real time. But dude, I had a conversation with the OpenAI real time production on the app the other day. And whatever they did to that version of it is nuts. Like it was interrupting me. It was interrupting me, like not in the weird way where it like is like, okay, I'll complete your request and you haven't finished it. But no, it's like, whoa, slow down, Carter. Like in this, like, I'm like, what is going on here? It feels like I'm on a legit phone call right now. Like human tendencies with the OpenAI real-time orb. But this one is not as good as that. Whatever I'm running here is not what they run in their phone app right now. But I thought that was crazy. Really kind of gave me a sneak peek into like what's going to be possible with voice. It was a little weak on its abilities though, you know? And part of what makes Iterated special is the command bus that I'm building in behind all of the agents and around the orb that allow it to, you know, use all of this information that you're interacting with. Because like the tool can get better, but if there's not a good command bus that orchestrates all that information well for you, you know, it can work. It can be delightful, but it's not going to be like optimal, right? Maybe you could add an API integration to be able to use actual Siri to say something like in Iterated do this. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Like all the Siri and like shortcuts. That's another thing that you can get into with Apple is the shortcuts. So we could have like shortcuts that start up a terminal or something like that, I guess. Or like shortcuts that spawn an agent from a certain provider and then give it a prompt that you have every single day. So that could be your routines, right? But then again, I think about it and I'm like, it's probably better as just like a VPS with a cron job than it is as a process that has to run on your Mac, unless you're running like Mac minis or something that are just on all the time. No, I'm thinking about that. Yeah, it's had bidirectional voice. The new Siri. Dude, Siri is like, I mean, I'm on like probably a pretty recent version of iOS on my iPhone, and I have been using Iterated so much that now I'm expecting more out of Siri when I use it on my phone, and I'm just like totally disappointed when I use it on my phone. I'm like, open Claude and tell it and ask it this, or open Claude and like even just open Claude is like, sometimes it's like, Claude is not a contact. I'm like, are you serious right now? Like, I don't know, man. It's just, I get that there's like permission things that they're looking out for, but like it just feels behind. But I hope 27 makes it better. I really do. I really do hope 27 makes Siri viable. Because they have a real opportunity to make like an awesome voice orchestrator for all these ADEs that people are building. And then there will be a real advantage to vibe coding on a Mac. There already are so many. But let me ask actually, because that is on our list today, to make the voice orb compatible with Apple instead of being real time required to run the voice orb. So I will get into that. It is on my agenda. It's just right now I'm trying to get the feed right, but okay, let's see. Shipped in live. Yep, let's try it. So now I can backspace inbox 0. I don't see the notification though. All right, we've also got to fix this. This is going to feel a lot better too once I do this. I would like you to, instead of having the inbox just be like an overlay like this, I would like the inbox to work the same way that the project pages do, where it opens it with the sidebar and the app shell and everything still there. It would just have to have the same kind of idea of the new board screen, where on the new board screen, the shortcuts aren't captured for like text and like the shape and the drawing and everything, but it's still like in the app and it still uses our app background. I want inbox to feel more like that, as opposed to being like a big overlay screen, because this just looks bad. And then I think we need to be able to see the global inbox too, not just the inbox for your project, right? Didn't Apple say they were teaming up with Google Gemini for Siri? That was a while ago, though. Willing to be wrong? Well, let's see. Like, can you tell me a joke? It did tell me a joke. Cool. Okay, now I want you to tell me the best thing about macOS 27. What's the best thing about Mac OS 27? It is getting better, it looks like. Mine doesn't have a voice, though, on the phone. How do you get it to have the voice? And I wonder... That's running on Apple Intelligence, right? Just like a local version of Apple Intelligence with Siri. I mean, that's promising, right? And yeah, you can like stub out integration. So I could make this like just be Siri eventually, eventually and potentially, right? I don't know how much they allow you to like use that voice and stuff like that in app. I'm gonna have to look into it after I fix the board or the feed. But that is on the agenda, the voice parity with iOS. Something that a lot of people I think could benefit from, and it would help our onboarding out a lot, because that would eliminate the last of any API key that you have to enter when you're getting onboarded to get the full experience of the product. So that will also open this up to less technical people, which will be a good market to break into. Guys, if you are just joining, we are building Iterated live. It's the app that you see me using here. We're on day 13, and today we're working on the iterated feed, which doesn't look great right now, and that's why we're working on it. We're trying to improve the feed. It's on inbox 0 right now, so it's hard to see what's going on with it. We did play some Vibe Party today, the game that we built using Iterated and all of our different agent providers that we have. We have Codex, we have Claude, Fable, and also we listened to some 11 Labs music. I don't have any playing at this moment because occasionally we'll get a rebuild like that, because it's actually working on improving the feed here. Okay, and it actually did it, so that's looking much better. I'm already very excited about where this is headed. I can already imagine this a little bit better now. So yeah, that's what we're doing. If you are interested at any point, you can pick up Iterated at iterated.ai using Stream 20 for 20% off at checkout. We're sitting at $770 in total earnings on day 13. Let's get the music going again. And I'm going to round out the stream here pretty soon here, guys, because like I said, I'm going to try to get back on a little earlier tomorrow, and hopefully we can start shifting our schedule a little bit better. Yeah, I think more integrated Apple features used, the better. It'll be faster and more reliable on device. You're building plumbing that already exists. I'm just trying to save you time, but it has to work for you. LOL, it's all good. Yeah, no, I appreciate you guys, because this helps me a lot. It really does. It helps kind of like shift things around and shuffle them in my mind, and then I have to go to sleep and I have to like wake up and come back to it and be like, okay, yeah, they were right about that. That was true. Like, I gotta switch my plan up here, because this is like my source of news. Like, the stream is one of the only things that I've really been doing. Like, I work for like 2-3 hours before stream, but most of my day is just like chilling with family, sleeping, you know, like went to dinner today. So I'm not on X as much as I honestly used to be. And I'm like in this like weird window of time right now where I'm like, you know, nothing is happening right now. And anything that is happening, it's happening between me and chat. So yeah, and the Discord. So don't think that your guys' feedback isn't valuable either. I appreciate everything you guys share because I don't know what I don't know. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. But I agree, Code Bam, on the Apple integration. Yeah, that's true. Let's see. If you use no longer a sheet over the app, it holds exactly the sheet. Yes. Okay, now that needs to be like a different view of the agents almost. It can't be up here anymore. What's history look like? History should just be like a timeline view per agent that I'm looking at. Let's see. Okay, the inbox is now a page of the app. Themed floor, sidebar, and Chrome stay. Doesn't let me write text on here, right? Okay. Yeah, we need to fix that though. Let's try messaging it through this as well. I'm just gonna test it out, see if it sends a prompt. I would like you to also make sure that the options in the sidebar are grayed out when we're on the feed properly. And that I can't click on them on both the new board and the feed screen. This is ultimately going to be the rebuilt version, I think, of the terminals, because I tried to do like a chat skin. I don't know if you guys remember that, but like chat skin, this thing just wasn't working great. Oh, it's not even on anymore, I don't think. I did tell it to remove it. The setting is still stubbed in here, but that would like make these look like an actual just like AI chat. I think that's what the feed is going to be. Instead of having to look at these terminals and these walls of text, if you want that option, right? If you want that option, if you want the TLDR version.
Morning tries to be kind, pours the coffee, draws the line.
We did make that new theme as well, the Monolith Falls. I really like this theme. It's gotta look better with the inbox though. That glass is gonna look nice if I can get it a little bit more legible.
After image of a maybe, after image of a home, I can close it.
That was wild. I don't know if you guys heard that, but the song was like, I could close every window, and at that moment, Iterated closed. That was wild. Perfect timing. Perfect timing on the rebuild. That's weird. No, particularly what I'm talking about is these. These need to be grayed, and they need to not be clickable or changeable in the inbox state. Oh my goodness.
When the blue light finally
Next song, next song, next song. Back to the liquid drum and bass from day one. This is the song that's on all the shorts. Okay, it blurred those out now. Can't select them. Does T go to them? S, D, C, no. And if I exit out, they're all still enabled. Good. Okay. Okay, now I'm trying to think through this, like how we should lay out everything and all the tools. Like I'm really considering where things are on the screen and when they are visible. And right now I view the left-hand sidebar as a global editor for Iterated. You can navigate your boards, you can go to a new board, you can click on sign out, or you can go to your settings by clicking the lower left area. And then the bottom right sidebar has like screen overlay things, like widgets almost, or like tools. And then the upper right is like board interaction tools right now. So we need to get the contexts of the different things figured out. And one of the things that I want to focus on is getting the feed to be less of something that is like global only. I want the feed to also be something that is project based and I want the hierarchy of where it sits and what the button actually is to be better. Like, we need to merge it more with like the individual agents so that I can view only one agent's inbox, or I can view a full project's inbox, or I can view the global inbox. But I don't like the placement of it right now, and I don't like how we switch to it and how we get to it. So consider some different avenues for that, please. Well, it's a good call, man. I'll look into 27. I appreciate that. I really will look into that. Because it's probably... Yeah, what did you say? It's already out in public beta since 8.11. I don't want you to get blindsided with having to do a full refactor on 9.14 at public release. So before 9.14, we need to make sure that we've worked our way up to macOS 27 standards.
You say you might come through, might not soon. I leave the door unlocked, a little crack heart does that stupid hopeful thing it does. Tell me, are you drifting closer tonight? Or just another almost in the blue light? Soft moon, don't go dark on me. I only feel honest when you're hard to reach. If you pull away, I still lean in. Toxic little orbit where you and I begin.
Can you turn this into an HTML file that is like really easy to look at the different options that you shared, and then open it on my board so that I can look at it?
We talk in circles till the morning edge. You want the comfort, not the heavy play. I want the version of you that stays. You want the version of me that never asks. Soft moon, don't go dark on me. I only feel honest when you're hard.
Get some bullet chests in while we wait. Ugh. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna get cooked here. Oh man. One on time that time. That was close. Made some pretty bad mistakes there. I bet my game review was really bad. Yeah. Man, chess is one fickle game. Okay, open it as an actual browser, please. When I used to use test flight in previous life, I had to have an Android alt phone, and man, what a mess it was back in the day to make the UI feel almost the same on both. Know what I mean, bro? Dude, I know exactly what you mean. Because I've had to try to turn a web app into an iOS app a couple times. I've never built an Android app though. Never built an Android app. Okay, where the inbox lives. Okay, I don't like that. Most flows reshaped, high costs, wide blast radius, not the first move. The feed becomes the project's front page. No, we don't want that. Inbox as a lens, not a place. No destination at all. Each agent pane grows an inbox drawer beside it in Canvas. Project/global becomes summaries. Strongest merge with the agent feeling. Answers happen next to the terminal they came from, but gives up one place churn. Spine of inbox 0. Man, I don't know if I like its recommendations. 1 feed, 3 scopes, stores at every level. That might be the move. I'm trying to think of things that are like what I'm trying to do that I could compare this to. One thing that will immediately help is just making the agent panes on the inbox itself have the same top pane and the same feel as the terminals and the panes on the board view. So it should look like that pane in terms of the styling. It should just look like a cleaner version with our content in there. So for instance, if River has something in the inbox, it should have the pane header, the pane top header, and it should almost look like a pane overall. It shouldn't look like just floating text. Well, I have Daybreak resetting in 3 days. Why don't I just crank it up to Ultra and ask it to plan a cutover to 27 compatibility? Just like to, I don't know if I should ask it to research it or like build like a branch. Maybe we need to figure out, well, we already figured out the blast radius. I would like you to do the testing that you can on, yeah, let me Let me see what you're saying, Michael. My M5 runs on Mac OS 27 Beta 5. If I download the new iterated release right now, is my machine going to implode? Let's try it. Dude. Oh, God. Oh, God. It shouldn't. It shouldn't implode. I don't think it's that incompatible that you wouldn't be able to download previous versions of apps on iOS 27. I mean, they might not be fully working, but... Burn down Lake Pompeii. Vesuvius just went off. I actually went to Pompeii. 2 years ago, I went to Pompeii. It was pretty cool. Pretty cool to look at. Probably wasn't cool to be there. That feels a little bit better already. I need to figure out what to do with the timeline. Okay, now that we've consolidated this into agent panes as the decisive look for the inbox cards, how can we make the timeline look a little bit more continuous? Like if we scroll up it, similar to a chat, it's continuous, right? But I want it to not look like a chat totally. Like it will be kind of a chat, but it's just going to be the TLDR version. And I want the current in view thing to be visually emphasized. So like when we're scrolling through it, it should feel like we're like cycling through the timeline and all of the different things that the agent has done. It shouldn't feel like it's a chat totally. It should feel like it's like rolling over to past things. And it's very clear what checkpoint that we are on when we're scrolling through it. Let's just see what it does with that. Because I kind of have an idea of what I want with this. This doesn't seem quite right yet. Okay, dude, you scared me. You scared me for a minute. Like, that seemed like, when you said that at first, I was like, okay, like, spotlight agent helper error, failure. I was like trying to think back. I'm like, okay, what could that be connected to? I instantly went into like hotfix mode for a minute there. Dude, that's crazy. Don't do that to me. Make my heart rate go a little faster. No, it's all good. I appreciate you testing it out on there. Let me know if you find anything. I hope it just works. Like it, Daybreak did call out like a few things that it said like might not work in 27. It said, what did it say? for the blast radius. Okay, permissions and OS upgrades need deliberate testing. So it says screen recording through screen capture kit, microphone, speech recognition, accessibility, synthetic keyboard events, keychain, notifications, folder access. Okay, so the whole damn thing. The visual system will change underneath iterated. Different translucency or contrast, unexpected hard scroll edges, sidebar selection weight changes, light theme readability regressions, which we dropped light theme actually. I got rid of light theme. So that's good. That'll save us a lot. Because you can just get that glass terminal look regardless, and I think it looks fine. So even on the light themes now. Oh, maybe that didn't get in. I'll have to ask the agent about that, because I was on one version of the build that it actually just dropped light mode, but this version doesn't look like it did yet. Whatever I'm running right now. Okay, I would like you to use the branch. Oh, whoops. I don't want him on Ultra. That's a mistake for that. I would like you to find the branch where we removed light mode. We just made the executive decision recently to just make them the liquid glass panes. Can you look into and find where we made that decision and why that's not in the current build that I'm feeling right now? Oh God, dude. Mac OS 27, the final boss. Not the final boss, though. Found the decision. It was not remove every light theme. It was narrower founder pivot. That light app themes should keep dark, translucent, liquid glass terminal panes instead of switching terminal content to a pale surface. That work lives on Harbor's dark glass branch. I'm now checking exactly which commits reached main and what commit you're running. Okay, cool. So it's going to find where that is. Shipped in live, timeline, inside pane. The timeline should go above the the timeline should go above the current item, not below it. And it doesn't need to say timeline on it, and it doesn't need to say like the number of things in the timeline either. Okay, we need to resolve the conflicts there. If it tripped it, oh no. All right, if it tripped something with the conflicts, we need to resolve those conflicts, and we need to get that dark, translucent glass look instead of what we currently have on the light themes. We shouldn't try to manipulate the TUIs to make them light, since that is a upstream long-term battle that we will need to look into closer. So just go ahead and get that on the current build and make sure that it's not conflicting with anything anymore. The roll now sits above the live items, so the card reads like a terminal. Scroll back. Okay, perfect. Let's see. I would like the timeline to feel like the actual current front-facing text is centered, like bottom center. And make sure that it can be like scrolled through like a continuous timeline, not like they're two separate things. All right, you're downloading 0.1.34 now. Oh, dude. Well, let me know how it goes. I'm excited to hear the results, whether they're good or bad, because that will help us out a ton. I wish that one of my other MacBooks could download 27 so I could try it, because there's not really a good way to run one remote. You either need to convert your main machine, or you need to have a second machine, or you need to have a friend like Michael there that's willing to red team it. Or maybe I should say blue team it. One thing I will say about the stream is it keeps me pretty locked in. Keeps me like focused on just waiting for my agents to complete something and just being very careful. And the same thing with like releasing. You're not just releasing this for yourself, so it's going to be super tight because you're focusing on like all those little things that are going to make it work for all the different users. Just a different level of accountability to your projects. Okay, that's good. The port now builds on current main, all 17 terminal configuration / sanitizer test pass, and the app's 13 terminal theme contact sheet test passes. Running the full package in the app suite next because this touches the shared Ghost TTY appearance path used by every provider. That's the evidence that the old conflict is truly gone rather than, okay, and I think it's running it right now. So we'll see if the new light theme behavior works properly. Not yet. Okay, it's running. Is it running the tests on GitHub Actions with my warp build? Let's see. Nope, last tests were August 15th. So it's running them here. Has iterated flaky tests skill that it's running right now. Right, that's good. Let me know how that goes, Michael. You can use the little feedback button maybe. Because we should have like multiple like little ways to leave feedback. Now we added the image drag and drop too, so we need to make sure that's actually landing in the right place. Is that not working? Oh, does it only work if I... Oh, that's weird. Oh, no, that's not weird. That's the intended behavior. Okay. Okay, that is kind of weird though. Like it needs to be on the board itself. Okay. Test, send, send. Let's see. Runs the full headless app test target to verify the explicitly requested. Okay, so it's going to run the full test suite. Guys, I think I am going to call it a night so I can start getting my sleeping schedule a little bit more dialed for my plan to start doing earlier streams. So I think I'm going to call it. This is a pretty routine stream. It was a lot of fun though. Regardless, it was good to see everyone. And I want to thank everyone for tuning in. It is day 13. We've generated $770. thus far. If you guys are interested in Iterated, you can get Iterated at iterated.ai. And I recommend you use Stream 20 at checkout for 20% off your license. And with that, guys, we will see you in the next one. Much love.